Your cat gives you a compliment every single day, but you probably have no idea what it actually means. You might know your cat loves you, but their deepest compliments are so subtle that most owners miss them for years. These are things a cat will only do for someone they truly trust. If you overlook these signs, your cat may quietly stop giving them altogether. Let's start with a hidden compliment that almost nobody recognizes, that funny little chirp they make just for you. Have you ever noticed that weird, short, bird-like trill when you walk into the room? It is not a standard meow, and it is definitely not a purr. Most people never realize that this specific sound is not random at all. They are absolutely not making this soft sound at just anyone. The trill is a unique, closed-mouth sound that cats originally learn in the nursery. A mother cat uses this exact trill to tell her kittens to follow her because they are safe. It is literally one of the very first forms of communication a cat ever experiences. So when your adult cat aims that same sound at you, they are pulling out a vocabulary reserved for family. You have been quietly promoted to kitten status in their eyes. Honestly, there is no higher compliment in their entire world than that. While a regular meow is just a demand invented for humans, the trill is older, softer, and warmer. It is a pure greeting where they want nothing from you except your company. Keep this idea of special signals in mind, because the final compliment completely flips this concept on its head. The rarest compliment is not something they actively do toward you at all. Instead, it is something they only stop doing when they trust you completely. The second deep compliment is when they aggressively bonk their head right into you. Why does your cat walk straight up and knock their head into you like a tiny, furry battering ram? It feels highly affectionate, but the real reason is much stranger and far more flattering than simple liking. This behavior is scientifically called bunting, and it is entirely about sharing scent. Cats have complex scent glands packed all around their face, cheeks, chin, and forehead. When they bonk those specific spots against you, they are depositing their personal scent onto your body. In complex cat language, this is a deliberate act of labeling. They are quite literally marking you as their personal property. Cats use these facial scents to build a shared group smell among those they trust. This group scent immediately tells them who belongs to their pack and who does not. Your cat is actively blending their smell with yours so that you carry the family signature. To their sensitive nose, you and them now smell like the exact same unit. You are no longer just the big, weird human who controls the food bowl. You have been officially folded into the safety of the colony. Notice how they specifically chose your face, hands, or legs out of everything in the house. The head bonk is highly deliberate and says you matter enough to wear their personal name. The next time they headbutt you mid-scroll, remember you are not being interrupted, you are being claimed. The third deep compliment occurs when they start licking your hair or your hand. Has your cat ever rasped your fingers or arm with that rough, sandpaper tongue? Most people laugh this off as a quirky habit, but it is actually deeply intimate. Behaviorists call this allo-grooming, which simply means one animal grooming another. Cats are incredibly selective about who they choose to groom in this manner. Out in a wild colony, they never just groom whoever happens to be sitting nearby. They exclusively groom the cats they are genuinely bonded to as true family. Grooming someone requires lowering your guard completely and getting exceptionally close. Therefore, cats reserve this behavior strictly for relationships that actually matter to them. When that rough tongue lands on you, your cat is not just cleaning your skin. They are treating you exactly the way a mother cat treats her precious kittens. They are telling you through actions that you belong to them and they will take care of you. Just like the head bonk, there is a heavy scent layer involved in this grooming. They are weaving their smell into yours to reinforce the tight family bond with every single lick. Think about it, your cat has absolutely no practical reason to groom a human. You are enormous, you have no fur to speak of, and you clearly bathe yourself. They do it purely because, in their mind, that is what you do for the ones you love. It is a display of pure affection with absolutely zero hidden agenda. The fourth compliment is the tail that shoots straight up the moment you arrive. Pay close attention to what your cat's tail does when you walk into the room. If it springs straight up, often with a little hook at the tip, it is a genuine reaction. A cat's tail is one of the most honest communicators they possess, and it cannot be faked. This upright tail greeting actually has a very real biological origin story. Kittens raise their tails straight up to greet their mother so she can quickly check them over. Cats carry this childhood behavior into adulthood as a friendly, confident hello. Researchers point to this upright tail as a clear signal of a positive, relaxed approach. When that tail goes up for you, your cat is saying they feel completely safe and happy. Compare that to a low tail, a puffed tail, or a tail tucked tightly away. Those negative tail positions always carry intense hidden tension or fear. The straight-up tail represents the exact opposite, complete and utter openness. It shows a cat walking toward you with absolutely nothing on guard. Your cat is not consciously deciding to do this, it is an automatic emotional readout. They could easily ignore you or stay curled up, but the tail pops up instantly. It is an involuntary little flag that happily screams, "Oh, good, it's finally you." If they add a fast little quiver or vibration, they are turning the volume all the way up. The fifth deep compliment is when they insist on following you directly into the bathroom. Why does your cat trail after you into the bathroom of all places in the house? You have a whole home, yet they feel an urgent need to supervise this specific activity. It is funny and a little ridiculous, but it is secretly one of their most revealing behaviors. Following you from room to room is called proximity seeking, the core of true attachment. Research shows many cats form a secure attachment bond with their chosen person. This is the same category of bond seen in human infants and loyal dogs. To them, your trusted figure is a primary, irreplaceable source of safety. A cat shadowing you is actively choosing closeness purely for its own sake. They do not want food or a warm lap in that moment, they just want you nearby. The bathroom is the perfect tell because there is absolutely nothing in it for them. There are no treats and no toys waiting on the cold bathroom tile. The only thing on offer in that small room is your direct presence. So they come anyway, plopping down on the hard bath mat just to wait. Being near you is the entire point of the journey. We tend to read a cat's love as conditional, assuming they only show up for favors. Proximity seeking quietly proves the exact opposite is true about your cat. They intensely want your company even when there is absolutely zero payoff for them. That is not a selfish animal using you for resources. That is a cat who simply feels significantly better when they are in your orbit. Now, let us look at the sixth and final compliment, when they fall asleep on your chest. Remember the rarest compliment I told you to hold onto at the very beginning. The deepest compliment your cat can give you is not something they actively do. It is something they only let happen when they trust you entirely. It is the exact moment they fall fast asleep right on top of your body. Think deeply about what sleep actually means for a small creature like a cat. In the wild, a sleeping animal is a completely defenseless animal. Their eyes are closed, reactions are slowed, and they are totally off guard. Cats are uniquely both predator and prey, and that prey wiring never fully switches off. Deep sleep is undeniably the most vulnerable state they can ever be in. Therefore, the exact location they choose to sleep is absolutely everything. When your cat climbs onto your chest and sinks into real sleep, they hand you their guard. They are saying they trust you so completely that they are willing to be helpless. They rest peacefully because they know nothing bad will happen while you are there. Look at the soft, exposed belly, the slow breathing, and the relaxed paws. You are looking at a state of total, beautiful surrender. This is the profound realization that completely flips the whole video. The initial chirp was them actively reaching out to greet you. The head bonks, the grooming, the tail, and the following were active signs of love. But this last sleeping behavior is the exact opposite. It is measured by everything they finally stop doing in your presence. They stop watching, they stop guarding, and they stop scanning for danger. They finally stop being a wary little survivor and just rest. They completely let go because you have become the safest place they know.